This video production is brought to you by Pack and Away Mobile Storage. We bring the storage unit to your door, pack it at your place, and store it at ours. Pack and Away Storage is a division of Highway Number 1 Self-Storage. We are proud supporters of the Number 2 NLSA Sprint Car and Number 20X Modified.
This video production is sponsored by RD Sales and Service Limited. We service what others sell. For all mechanical repairs, trust our professionals. RD Sales and Service is a proud sponsor of the number 17 Super Truck and Sprint Car.
Passing points for the top 16 cars. Then we'll take 6 cars out of the B main for 22, and then 2 more cars will come out of provisionals. Here's how they're going to line up. Starting on the pole in modified heat number 1 out of West St. Paul, the 66 is Gary Philby. Outside in the 22 car, this is Mike Tiani. Inside row number 2, the 02 car is Aaron Turnbull. And outside the 4 is Kerry Jonasson. Inside row number 3, the 77 is Tyler Wagner. And outside of Tyler, the 66X, this is Denny Trimble. Inside row 4, driving the Speedway International Fuels X car is Royce Rostecki out of LaSalle. And outside, this is the Miller number 7 of Danny Staff. And rounding out the field, Ward Emery in the 10W. Emery driving the Emery Demolition 10W. That is a Victory Circle chassis. We're racing. Ten-lap heats for the modified division. Mike Tiani with the early lead. Aaron Turnbull, oh, heads up. We've got an incident in turn number 3 and 4. Wow, the 02 takes over the lead. The 66 car, Gary Philby getting into the back of another car. He's off the track now. And things have settled down slightly, but Gary Philby now stopped on the back straightaway in the fence. Well, no doubt about it, a wild start to modified racing here tonight. This is modified heat number 1. I'm not sure if we got a complete lap in or not. However, Gary Philby out of West St. Paul in the 66 car, sponsored by Flippy's Eavesdropping, is parked on the back chute and needing assistance from our Winnipeg Collision Center crew. All right, so Aaron Turnbull is 02 in the number 1 spot on the restart. Then it should be the 22 of Mike Tiani. I do not believe the 66 is going to be able to continue here. Again, 3 heats of modifieds here tonight, a total of 27 cars in the pit area. So 24 going to the A main, 3 will get sent out and sent to the trailer. Yellow flag here in modified heat number 1. 1 lap is through, I believe. Did we get 1 lap in, ladies? Okay, we did. So we have 9 remaining. Modified heat number 2, we need you to staging. Don't forget, we broadcast each and every race now through the internet at redrivercoopspeedway.ca. So if you're listening in on the net tonight, we'd like to welcome you to the broadcast. We are in modified heat number 1, all part of the 3rd annual Al Delane Memorial Race. And we have got some great competitors in the pit area. Looking at modified heat number 3, Clayton Wagaman is here from the famous Wagaman Brothers Engine Rebuilders. And those guys, of course, out of the St. Paul, Minnesota area. So Clayton Wagaman has traveled a long way. Could be one of the furthest or the longest tow, in other words. And he just might pick up $250 for that. Several drivers out of the Emo area. I see Aaron Holton is here in modified heat number 2 from New Fulton, Minnesota. Brought the Ford number 2 along here tonight. So 9 laps remaining. Don't forget there's great food available at the concession area. Grab yourself one of those delicious cheeseburgers. Get yourself a Gatorade, some French fries and gravy. We've got all kinds of great stuff at the concession area, and you can get it right now. Well, again, we're just explaining how these passing points work. Looking at a driver that starts 8th and, for instance, finishes 2nd, well, that driver would get 60.76 points. All right, our Winnipeg Collision Center crew working hard on the back straightaway to remove the 66 of Gary Philby. What we're also going to do, ladies and gentlemen, here tonight is at intermission, we're going to bring the top 8 in passing points to the Red River Co-op Speedway Victory Lane stage. The feature will be a complete redraw. So we'll put 8 ping pong balls or 8 bingo balls, whatever it may be, in a hat, and the top 8 drivers will draw. If a driver draws number 2, of course, he will start in the 2nd starting position. If he draws a 6th, well, of course, he'll start in the 6th position, which is outside of row 3, and so on. Of course, the number they're all going to be looking for, those top 8, is the number 1. That will be pole position in tonight's 3rd annual Al Delane Memorial Race, sponsored by Westbrook Manufacturing Limited, Turk Enterprises, Emery Demolition, and Red River Co-op Speedway. Don't forget 50-50 tickets are for sale, and well, a big part of the Drivers' Points Fund are those very 50-50 tickets you can see in the grandstands right now. Big Al Delane, a huge part of that Drivers' Points Fund. So do support the 50-50 draw here tonight. I believe we gave away about $1,600 last week, so if you're looking to go home with big money here tonight, grab yourself a 50-50 ticket. Just awaiting word from the back straightaway on the situation on the 66 car. Don't forget, fans, you're invited down to the pits following tonight's event. Meet your favorite drivers. Many of them have hero cards to give away and candy to the kids. It's hooked in the fence. Ah. All right. Anybody have a Sawzall? We need to get a little electric one with the battery. You know, the cordless ones? Zip. See you later. I always thought that would be a great idea for the officials on the front straightaway. They can cut body panels off in a second, just throw the thing on charge overnight, and away you go. What? What do I know, huh? Thanks, Aaron. Well, the 02 car is going to be in the lead in the restart, and that is the 02 Aaron Turnbull. He's from the Estevan, Saskatchewan area, a real strong runner over in Saskatchewan. For those of you that have never been to Estevan Motor Speedway, it's a beautiful little facility located just outside of Estevan, Saskatchewan. Great track surface, beautiful facility, and that is the area your leader comes from, 02 Aaron Turnbull. All right, still trying to pull that 66 car out of the fence. Great time to get up, stretch your legs, get yourself something hot to eat or cold to drink. Check out Sherry's Bar. All right, the reason for the delay on the back straightaway, we understand it was a fence pole that got underneath that 66 car, and they're not sure if it has punctured the gas tank yet or not, so they're obviously being a little bit careful. Safety is first at all of our events here at Red River Co-op Speedway, so we're going to take just a few extra seconds here to make sure everything is safe. See the E1 fire truck heading on over there just in case. Well, the car number 77, Tyler Wagner, a GRT chassis, very similar to what the 20X of Darian Boyce runs here. All right, it looks like we got the 66 up in the air now. That's good news on the back straightaway. 4 classes of racing tonight, including streets, mods, super stocks, and super trucks. Of course, the late models tonight are in Ada, Minnesota, the Northern Late Model Racing Association, doing lots of racing once again now after a hiatus in July. So they are in Ada, Minnesota. My broadcast partner, Pat Mooney, is in Ada as well with Bill Mooney in the 2M late model. Bryce Rostecki in the Speedway International X car, one of the few Chrysler-powered cars here at the racetrack. But a tough break for Gary Philby out of West St. Paul, Manitoba, in the Flippies eavesdropping 66 car. A semi-regular competitor here at Red River Co-op Speedway, and not the night he wanted to have so far here in the 3rd annual Al Delane Memorial Race. All right, looks like we're almost ready to go back to racing here at Red River Co-op Speedway. Drivers getting ready to take on the big 4/10 of a mile oval. 02 will be your leader, Aaron Turnbull at the restart. Mike Tiani in the car number 22. Used to come up quite regularly here to Red River Co-op Speedway many years ago, but a lot of the drivers not traveling as much, obviously, due to rising gas prices. All righty, looks like the situation is now cleared on the back straightaway, so that's great news. We're going to go back to Modified Heat number 1, all part of the 3rd annual Al Delane Memorial Race. Danny Staff and the Miller Racing Engines Region Construction signs now, number 7, looking for a win here tonight. The defending champion of the Al Delane Memorial Race, of course, is Dustin Strand. You would have seen him last week here in his late model. Well, he was going to come up for this event at his modified, but elected to race with the late models in Ada tonight. So Dustin Strand not here tonight to defend his annual, or rather 3rd annual Al Delane Memorial Race Championship. All right, getting ready to go modified racing once again. Here we go. We are green. 02 of Aaron Turnbull gets a great start as the 77 charges into the 2nd spot. That is Tyler Wagner. Look at Royce Rostecki using the Chrysler power to power by Tiani. And it looks like we got trouble. Another car, number 66, draws a yellow flag. That's Denny Trimble in the 66X, and we're under yellow again. Well, generally, when you cause a yellow flag in a heat race here at Red River Co-op Speedway, you are sent to the pits. A yellow is the same as a black in the heat races. So not sure if that's applying tonight due to the Al Delane Memorial race, but all right, that has been confirmed, ladies and gentlemen, because it's the modified special tonight. Of course, a yellow flag does not get you a black in a heat race. All right, here we go. 9 laps on the Pepsi board. We're going to try this again. Modified heat number 1, part of the 3rd annual Al Delane Memorial Race, brought to you in part by Westbrook Manufacturing Limited, Turk Enterprises, Emery Demolition, and Red River Co-op Speedway. Green flag is out, we're racing. Once again, the 0-2 jumps way out to the lead. Driver out of Estevan, Saskatchewan, Aaron Turnbull. Second spot, the 77, Tyler Wagner. Third is Ristecki in the Speedway International X. Well, right now it is all the 0-2 of Aaron Turnbull. He's got a straightaway lead on the entire field. He looks good for a driver that is not a regular here at the Speedway. Bryce Ristecki troubles in turn 3 and 4, and 3 cars blow on by him. Ward Emery doing a fantastic job. Slides into second past the 77 car. But the 77 battles right back. What a battle in turn 3. Wow. Bryce Ristecki way off the pace here. There's 4 remaining on the Pepsi board. Ward Emery started in the 9th spot and is now second. Two to go for your leader, Aaron Turnbull. He's got a full straightaway on Emery, maybe more. White flag is out. One more to go for your leader, Aaron Turnbull. Turnbull now in turn number 3 and 4. Emery in the middle of the back straightaway in second. Your winner, Aaron Turnbull. Second spot, Ward Emery. And third, the 77, Tyler Wagner. Well, certainly the drive right there of the first heat belonged to Ward Emery. We're talking about passing points and how they work. Well, Ward Emery started in the 9th spot and ended up second. So an unbelievable drive for Ward Emery in the Emery Demolition 10W car. Started 9th, finished second. He gets 68.32 passing points. So again, it is a little bit complicated, but we'll try to keep you abreast of the passing points throughout the heat races. Don't forget the top 8 in points at intermission will come to the stage and draw for their starting position in the feature event, which is, of course, the 3rd annual Al Delane Memorial Race. All right, heat number 2 waiting in the pit area, and here's how they line up. Starting on the pole in car number 23 is Joey Galloway. On the outside out of Greenbush, Minnesota, this is the Wall Brothers 74 of Dustin Wall. Inside of row number 2 out of Newfoundland, Minnesota, this is the big Ford of Aaron Holton. On the outside of row 2 in the 4th starting position, a guy that's got as good a shot to win this Al Delane Memorial as anyone. This is the veteran Kevin Sexton in the 57. Inside row number 3, the 55 is Brian Drydall, and outside in the car number 9 out of Marquette, Manitoba, he is sponsored by Archangel Fireworks and Santana Kennels. The 9 is Lee McRae. Inside of row number 4, one of the race committee members here, this is the Johnson's Hog Barbecue, Floyd's Emery Demolition 1R of Rick Delane, sporting that baby blue paint job that Al Delane had near and dear to his heart. On the outside, sponsored by Passon, Seymour, and Dell's Distributors, along with Eastside, the 44D is Luke Dykstra. And rounding out the field, a guy that won 2 modified features in one night last week here. Of course, we had a makeup feature. He won that. Then he won the regular feature. This is the Coyote, number 29K of Ryan Karoluk. Passing points on the line here in modified heat number 2. And here we go. Here comes Sexton into the 3rd spot. Your leader, of course, the 23, Joey Galloway. 2nd spot, Dustin Wall. 3rd is Sexton, and we've got a yellow. Lee McRae with problems in the Santana Kennels, number 9. Don't forget, fans, of course, if you do get a yellow flag in the modifieds only, it does not get you the black flag here tonight. All right, it looks like Lee McRae heading back to the pit area in the Santana Kennels Archangel Fireworks car number 9. Tough break for him. All right, the 23 car, Joey Galloway, will be your leader on this restart. He will be your pole sitter. He's out of the Saskatchewan area, competes at Estevan Motor Speedway. All right, looks like we're getting ready to go racing. 10 laps on the board, so we did not get a lap in. Looking him over, and oh, yellow flag, not a green. Thought we were going green that time. All right, one more to go. Well, fans, we'd like to thank you for coming to Red River Co-op Speedway here tonight. Of course, we know there are plenty of entertainment options available in the Winnipeg area, and we want to thank you all for coming out and spending your hard-earned money at Red River Co-op Speedway. We do appreciate it, and we try to put on as great of a show as we can each and every Thursday night here at Red River Co-op Speedway. So, Joey Galloway on the front row alongside the 74 of Dustin Wall. The Wall Brothers Racing 74 out of Greenbush, Minnesota. And we're getting ready to go racing. Here we go! Aaron Holton in the 2 car into the 3rd spot. The big Ford out of Newfoundland, Minnesota. Battling into turn number 3. Look at him, 3 wide. Dustin Wall trying to get his modified straight down the front straightaway, but he is all over the 23 of Galloway out of the Estevan area. Lee McRae back on the racetrack, but not in contention. Well, the 23 car, Joey Galloway, speeding away from the field. Uh-oh, we've got an incident on the front straightaway. Looks like the 44 of Luke Dykstra and the number 1R of Rick Delane. Wow, bad break there for Rick Delane in the Interlake 1R. Well, Luke Dykstra in the Passon Seymour Dells Distributors East Side 44, parked on the front straightaway for a little inspection, as is Rick Delane in the Power Vac Winnipeg Engine 1R. Looks like both those race cars are okay and good to go. Just a couple of laps down now here in the modified heat number 2 race. Luke Dykstra limping off the turn number 2 to the pit area. Well, 23, Joey Galloway out of Manners, Saskatchewan. And he will be your leader at the restart. 2 down, 8 to go. Dustin Wall, the 74 out of Greenbush, Minnesota, from the famous Wall Brothers Snowmobile World Championship race team. Of course, they've got a race shop in Greenbush, Minnesota for their oval track ice racing sleds. And, well, it's like a mini NASCAR shop. I'll tell you, it's unbelievable. I've been there a few times, and Dave and the boys over in Greenbush, Minnesota do a great job on the ice oval circuit in the winter months. You can see them twice a year at the CPTC in Beausejour. Aaron Holton out of Newfoundland, Minnesota. In the 2 car, semi-regular competitor here at Red River Co-op Speedway. Don't forget 50-50 tickets are for sale, and that's what it's all about. The Drivers' Points Fund that Al Delane worked so hard on throughout his time here at Red River Co-op Speedway. Of course, in 2000, he took over the Drivers' Points Fund, and in just over 10 years, raised $200,000 for the drivers. Many of you can appreciate the time and the money and the effort that goes into auto racing, and any little bit of money that they can get in the points fund certainly helps their efforts in the following season. All right, looks like we're getting ready to go back modified racing, all part of the 3rd annual Al Delane Memorial Race. We are in heat number 2. We have 8 laps to go, and we have a green flag. Here we go. Well, the 23, Joey Galloway, jumps off the number 1 spot, and he's gone so far, but 74 and the 57 continue to battle. Look at Sexton on the inside. The custom EDM 57 of Sexton goes from 3rd to 2nd. Karoluk working his way through the field as well. Well, the 23 car of Joey Galloway out of Manners, Saskatchewan continues to pull away. 2nd is Sexton, 3rd is Wall, but Rick Delane now on the inside of turn 3 and 4, and Delane's got the 3rd spot in the Johnson's Hog Barbecue Headingley Sports Shop 1R. Dustin Wall out of Greenbush dropping to the 4th spot. Karoluk and Wall battle on the back chute. They are battling for the 4th and 5th spot. Wall on the outside of Karoluk. Your leader, the 23, Joey Galloway, is gone. Sexton second. Third is Delane. Wall now slides off the top of turn 3 and 4, but gets back on the racetrack in the same 5th position. Lee McRae now working on Wall in the 9 car. One to go for the 23 of Joey Galloway. Well, Rick Delane is closing on the 57 car, but he better do it quick if he wants that second spot. Your winner, the 23, Joey Galloway. Second is Sexton. Third, Rick Delane. Fourth is Karoluk. And Wall comes home in the 5th spot in the 74 car out of Greenbush, Minnesota. So taking a look, Ryan Karoluk started 9th and actually finished 4th. So that should be good for 58.8 points. It's a sliding scale. The further back you start and the more cars you pass, the higher your score. And again, we will take the top 8 at intermission and do a complete redraw to figure out the first 8 starting positions, which is the first 4 rows in the 3rd annual Al Delane Memorial feature event for Modifieds. All right, getting ready now with Modified Heat number 3, and here's how they line up out of the Emo, Ontario area. A guy that raced here for many years and did a great job. This is the 24, Greg Ferris. On the outside of row 1, also out of the Emo area, the 16X is Gavin Paul. Inside row number 2, the 2011 Modified Points champion. This is a GRT chassis sponsored by Mobile One. The 20X is Darian Boyce. Outside in the 69 car is Justin Jones. Inside row number 3, out of Ontario, the 99 is Glenn Strachan. Outside in the 51 car, this is Randy Bellock. Bellock driving the Lee River Transport 51, starting 6th. Inside row number 4, driving the 5G car, a guy that also competes in a late model here. This is the Miller BT5G of Scott Greer. On the outside, out of St. Paul, Minnesota, from the famous Wagaman engine builders family, this is the 14W of Clayton Wagaman. And inside row number 5, sponsored by A1 Environmental and Superior Asphalt, this is Ian Russo. Well, keep your eyes on the 14W. He's starting in the 8th starting position. We're going to find out just how good those Wagaman Brothers engines are. Gavin Paul slides a little high. We've got a little bit of trouble in turn 2, but everybody gets through just fine. Wow, your leader's got good traction. That's the 16 car. And that is Gavin Paul. He is flying. And he's in the number 1 spot. Second spot, the 24, Greg Ferris, but he's being challenged now by the 99 of Glenn Strachan. Strachan goes into second now in car 99. Justin Jones started 4th in the 69 car, and he is 4th now, but keep your eyes on the 14. Clayton Wagaman now into 4th, from 8th to 4th in just 2 laps. Clayton Wagaman continues his assault on the big 4/10 of a mile oval. Gavin Paul, the 16X, still your leader, and he's got a big lead, a full corner. The Tom Veert Contracting 16X. Then it's the 99 of Strachan, Then the 24 of Greg Ferris, who started on the pole, but Clayton Wagaman is all over him. And now he's by the 24 of Greg Ferris, Wagaman in the third. Five showing on the board. Now 4 to go for the 16X of Gavin Paul. The Remax 99 of Strachan still second. Third is the Wagaman brothers, 14W of Clayton Wagaman. But the first 3 cars are very spread out on the racetrack. Your leader, the 16X out of Emo, Ontario, Gavin Paul, with more than a straightaway lead. $16X of Gavin Paul is the Shaw race car. He is in turn number 3 and 4. Nobody even close to your leader, Gavin Paul. White flag is out for Gavin Paul, 1 to go. Second spot still Strachan, then the 14W of Wagaman. He's looking good. Checkered flag coming out, no question about this one. Gavin Paul out of Ontario takes the win. Second spot is going to go to Strachan in the 99. Third, Clayton Wagaman and the Wagaman brothers VP Fuels 14W. Then it's the 69, Justin Jones. And then in fifth, unofficially, is the 24 car. And that, of course, is Greg Ferris, who started on the pole. So if you take a look, Greg Ferris started on the pole and ended up finishing 5th, so he only got 47 points for that particular effort. Wagaman, on the other hand, started in the 8th spot